Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tech Tuesday. Today we're going to be going over Windows 10 files and folders. So the first thing you need to know about files and folders is how to access them. And the way you access your file structure in Windows 10 is through the File Explorer. It's typically going to be an icon on the taskbar down here. It looks like a manila folder. You press that, and it'll open your file structure here. You can also go down to the search bar here and type in File Explorer as an app, and then click here to open it that way. So the way that Windows 10 is organized is through a series of different folders. And the folders are nested, which means you can have folders inside of other folders, and so on and so forth. You can tell where you are at any given time in File Explorer by looking at the file path right up here. So the way that this is read is from left to right, outermost to innermost. So the base folder that basically everything is in this PC, then Documents, then Windows 10 Files and Folders, which is a folder I created for the purposes of this tutorial. I can hop around in that structure by clicking on any of these things here. So if I click on Documents, I go to Documents. So I click on this PC, I go to this PC. I can also go back as if I were in a web browser. So you go back to Documents, go back to Windows 10 Files and Folders. And this up arrow here will allow me to automatically go up one level of the file folder regardless of where I am. So if I press it now, I'll go to Documents. And if I press it again, I'll go to this PC. And then I can just go back and back. So if I want to navigate around to different folders, specifically folders that I'm not in the direct file path of right now, I can click on Quick Access right over here to go to any of the default folders or to this PC generally. So if I want to go to Desktop, I can just click here once, Downloads, Documents, Pictures, so on and so forth. And you see, if I want to go somewhere on the Quick Access bar over here, I just need to left click once. So if I go to Desktop, I just left click once. However, if I want to go into a specific subfolder in this window over here, I have to double click. So you see, if I click once on Pictures, it doesn't do anything other than select the Pictures folder. But if I double click, then I go in and there's nothing in that folder right now. So I'm just going to go back here. So you may have noticed when I was clicking around that the way that the contents of folders are displayed isn't always the same. I have this here, which is just a list of the files and folders with details. However, if I go over to Pictures, I get previews of a bunch of different pictures. So how do you control that? Well, you can go up to View right up here, click on that, and then these 8 options here are all the options you have for how to display the icons in a given folder. So you see I'm on Details right now, but I can switch to extra large icons and then just left click here, and you can see now we have a preview of the image file that's in this folder. And if I don't like that, I can go right back up here and switch it back to Details. I can also do this by right clicking, going to View, and selecting one of the same 8 options here. So say you want to create a new folder, and you want to organize something you have differently, or you have something new that you're looking to incorporate into your organizational system. There's a couple of different ways of doing that. One, you can go up here to Home, left click on that, and it reveals a whole bunch of options, including New Folder right here, and then you can name your new folder whatever you'd like. Or, we'll just go ahead and delete this real quick. You can create a new folder by right-clicking, going down to New, and then going up to Folder. And once the new folder is in there, you can just double click it and go into that folder. You see it updates the file path up here where we have stuff to at the head of our existing file path. So say that then I want to move stuff into my folders, because as you can see, I don't actually have anything in any of the folders I've created in this subfolder, which makes them kind of useless because the point of folders is to hold stuff. So if the files that I want to move into the folder are in the same subfolder like these are, this is very easy. All I have to do is click, hold, and drag, and it will move that file into the folder. So if I double click on pictures now I have that image in there. And I can repeat that process to put my spreadsheet in spreadsheets and my Word document in Word docs. And then I just double click. My spreadsheet is in my spreadsheets folder. My Word doc is in my Word docs folder. Now this gets a little bit more tricky if we want to copy something that is not directly next to each other. I can open another instance of the File Explorer by going down here, right-clicking, and selecting File Explorer again. And we just resize here so you can see that I have two instances of File Explorer open, and I can drag from one to the other. Or I can navigate to the folder that has the thing I want to copy. We'll just go to Pictures in this case, and we'll go ahead and move this Escape from New York image here. If I right-click on a particular file, then I have the option to either cut or copy it. Cut does what we've been doing, which is moves it and does not leave a copy of it in the folder. Copy, however, will leave this file here and then create an exact duplicate of it in the folder that we pasted to. So we're going to show that off here. So I right-click on the image I want, left-click on copy. We'll go ahead and go to Documents, Windows 10 Files and Folders, Pictures, because it's a picture. And now to paste it here, we just right-click in the folder and go down to Paste. And there it appears in our folder. Okay, so you've already seen me delete some folders that I made for demonstration purposes. So we're just going to do that again, just show off the different ways you can. So if I want to delete this image here, I can select it like it is right now. You see the blue box around it. This is selected. I click once this is selected. And I can just press the delete key on my keyboard, and it's sent to the recycling bin. I'm going to hit Control-Z now to undo that to show you the other method, but it's worth noting that Control-Z is typically undo in most Windows applications, and it's very handy to know that. So Control-Z, it comes back. I can also right-click on it and go down to delete, just like I did with the folders earlier. What's worth noting is that when you delete something this way, it does not actually delete it all the way immediately. It just sends it to the recycling bin. So I'm going to use Windows key D, which is a shortcut to go to the desktop regardless of how many windows you have open. And then we're going to go to the recycling bin right here. And you can see here that I can go ahead and empty my recycling bin. And now all of those things that were in the recycling bin are permanently deleted. But if I didn't do that, they'll just stay in the recycling bin for a certain amount of time before the Windows actually deletes them, which is not a bad thing, because if you delete something by accident, you can just go to the recycle bin and restore it. But just know that that's how that works. Okay, that's about it for Windows 10 files and folders. If you like this video, please check out some of the other videos on our YouTube channel, and have a nice day.